and lettuce and 2x4, a 4x8, and a cat in a hamburger sandwich, and Thrush Hermit. So you got your third album, Sweet Home Wrecker. Home Wrecker. Are you guys into building things like homes? Have you ever had to build stuff?
Have we built anything as a band?
Well, I remember you had a very elaborate fort in your backyard, and after we all grew up, Rob's dad got to tear it down in the backyard, and we were both very jealous.
We were jealous though. The sledgehammer, but we weren't involved. Too dangerous, maybe.
And your dad slashed. He took the saw out.
Well, he sort of more a sledgehammer. It was like, okay, the thing has to come down, and Ian and I were sitting in my living room watching my dad. He was probably drunk or something, but he's just like getting all sweaty, tearing it apart, and just like, wow, it's pretty inspirational.
That's a great image.
It really ties in the way we attack our guitars and like attack the songwriting. Yeah.
So going back some years, the two of you then have known each other since you were kids.
Yeah, we've all known each other for quite a while.
Yeah, grade 7. I was entering junior high, so that's when I met these guys. Because Rob's mom and my mom knew each other when they were our age. You know, like they grew up together, so it was really kind of weird.
So has your mom's introduced you to, or you just?
Yeah, that's how I met him.
Rob didn't like Joel at first.
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
I thought he was a nerd, and Joel was wearing clothes aren't important, kids, but Joel was wearing a Sears fake tie-dye T-shirt, and I thought it was so unbelievably gross. I was like kind of embarrassed.
Rob's mom was warning me about how into fashion all the kids in Halifax were. Like, oh yeah, they're really into brand names, and I was like, oh, you mean like OP? Because that was like the only brand name I could think of, and she was like, no, like Ralph Lauren, and I was like, oh my God, what's that? Like I'd never heard of Ralph Lauren, and I was like, I'm so dead.
What a hick.
I'm so dead.
A little boy from Lunenburg. Listening to your lyrics and the songs, there's like certain words that come out, like alone, sad. Like you use the word alone a lot, and sad. Are you guys like bummed out?
It's so much easier to write things when you're down, or not when you're totally in the dumps, but just about pathetic scenarios. It's a lot easier to write about that than like, I'm so in love or whatever. It's just difficult to like translate happy emotions, I find, and it's like a challenge. It's something that I'd eventually maybe like to rise to the occasion.
If you think about Burt Bacharach, who's an inspiration to a lot of musicians today, he could sing, what the world needs now is love, sweet love, and he really fully meant it.
Right. Oh yeah.
The
Age of Sincerity is coming back.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. The Age of Irony is dying out. You just can't exist for so long. It's got to come back to Age of Sincerity.
I think Ian's very right, but I also think we're pretty sincere in our lyrics. Like we're not kidding around.
Yeah, I don't think you're kidding around, but it's like a phenomenon in this day and age that people got to guard themselves.
Well, we were talking today about we like Tears Are Not Enough, We Are the World type things. So we were talking about this with the Local Rabbits and how if they made one now, like if Thrush Hermit and Local Rabbits were asked to be in Tears Are Not Enough now, it would be like a totally legitimate charitable cause, and we would guaranteed we would be in there screwing it up, like making it a big joke. Like we just couldn't do anything that's sincere and that nice, so we would have to sabotage it somehow. And it's like, what a shame. Like, this is a drag that we're so self-conscious and insincere and ironic, but it's fun.
Do you think you're like big whiners, you guys?
Sometimes, yeah, maybe a little bit.
You?
You don't strike me as whiners now, but listening to the music, yeah, probably it keys in. What do you do? It's like the blues.
I don't know. I guess most of these songs are pretty whiny, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. It's sort of the struggle on our next record, I think, is to try to do something that's not just, not just love songs or something, like do something that's a little more ambitious without being pretentious. I think was the goal, but yeah.
Maybe instructional songs.
Yeah.
Like how to build.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Total advice to the kids. Don't sign to a major. No.
Let's not go out tonight to see the Patriots.
How is it to sign to a major? How are you guys feeling about that?
We're holding out our judgment on as to whether I think there's a lot of good people who are very supportive of our band at the label, but it's just like a very tough transition.
It's too bad we don't have a video for this record yet that you could throw to right now.
Ian, you directed this video for the last album, Patriot. Very nice aesthetic you got happening there.
Sweet, yes. I was very influenced by the Fauvists of the early 30s, and but what can I say?
All right, Patriot, Thrush Hermit, thank you very much, guys, for coming down.
All right, thank you.